Miss Thompson, do you agree with Raymond Graham's swing that America is appreciably nearer shooting than ever before?
Well, I'd like to answer that question a little different way. I think that Hitler is appreciably nearer shooting us, and therefore I think we're appreciably nearer replying. After all, with the attack on Russia, the Far East is bound to be involved in one form or another, and we're very much interested in the Far East. We're interested in the Pacific, and we're interested in the Atlantic. And as this war becomes more and more clear that this war is going to be a world war, we come nearer to being actively involved. Is smoke bother?
No. Right, all right. Okay. All right? Yes. Okay. You're apparently convinced that Russia's entry into the war hasn't made America cool off.
Oh no, not at all. Of course, our isolationists are trying to persuade us that the entrance of Russia into the war changes the whole ideological basis of the war. But after all, the ideological basis of this war was very well set by Mr. Neville Chamberlain at the very beginning of it, when he said, if I remember correctly, if I should think that one man and one nation should wish to dominate the world, I should think he ought to be stopped. That's the way America feels about it too. The Gallup poll in America, you may have seen it in England, showed that 72% of the American people wished Russia to win. They didn't wish Russia to win because we are communist in America. We're a very anti-communist nation. But they wished Russia to succeed in repulsing this last aggression, and they realized also that it was an aggression, that it was not an ideological matter. Mr. Hitler changes his propaganda to suit his policies. He doesn't make his policies to suit his propaganda. And we realize that perfectly well in the United States. As a matter of fact, the United States has always made a difference between the government of Russia and what you might call the geopolitical position of Russia. We never liked the Russian government of the Tsars at all, and we often had a great deal to say about that government. Nevertheless, Russia helped us in the Civil War, Russia helped us in the War of 1812, Russia helped us in the Spanish-American War. And we realize that Germany, stretching perhaps to Vladivostok, represents a menace to us, and Russia never has been a menace to us as a war power. After all, it's very easy to understand that a great and profoundly peace-loving country, like my own, should desire, if possible, to avoid war. We have not avoided taking a stand on this issue. After all, the Lend-Lease Bill is a remarkable phenomenon in history, in which one nation, while ostensibly neutral, agrees to give of its resources and its labor and everything it has to help another nation. That has been our hope, that we could, through you, avoid actual participation in the war. But in the answer to the first question, I said that I did not believe that we would be able to do so. And I don't believe we shall be able to do so.
Okay. Right.
May I say what a pleasure it is to be in England and to see the courage and the poise and the humor of this great country and this great civilization. And may I say finally that I am convinced that everyone in America, except a very, very small minority, wants Britain to win and intends that Britain shall win and is going to help Britain win.
American opinion from the West back to the East.
Now you're asking me a military and naval question that I'm not competent to answer. But most of us believe, I think, that the solution of this world and the solution of this struggle will lie in the West and not in the East. No, I don't think we'll be distracted. It will be a matter of deciding how we dispose our forces, of course.
Thank you. Would you just